Well, a Colorado case could impact whether a business can refuse to serve you. A Littleton website designer claims our state's anti-discrimination law would force her to create wedding websites for same-sex couples if asked. She says that violates her Christian faith.
Denver 7 reporter and attorney Jessica Crawford joins us to break down this case in this week's Justice with Jessica. Some civil rights groups say this could be a major blow to anti-discrimination laws across the country.
Yeah, that's the concern there. And they think that the case could open the door to companies being able to discriminate against certain types of customers. At the same time, business owner Lori Smith says she doesn't want to have to create art that goes against her faith.
Like more warm tones. I want to know the story. I want to know the background.
From websites to graphic design, Lori Smith sees her Littleton business,
When I come here, this is my creative space.
303 Creative LLC, as a reflection of her faith.
I believe that God is our creator, and I'm a creative person, and I want to use my skills and talents to glorify and honor Him. My faith has taught me that marriage is between one man and one woman.
Smith is challenging Colorado's anti-discrimination law at the Supreme Court in December. It states in part that it's unlawful for businesses of public accommodation, which include ones that offer services like websites, to discriminate against people because of their race, religion, or sexual orientation. Smith argues that the law would prevent her from turning down couples who ask her to create wedding websites for same-sex marriages. The law would also bar her from posting a message on her website that indicates that clients seeking such services would be refused. So right now, she doesn't offer wedding services to anyone, even though she's been asked by gay and straight couples to do so.
I am an artist, and an artist doesn't surrender their right to speak freely, and the Constitution protects all artists from being punished.
Smith's attorneys consider her website work and graphic design as her free speech, and they argue that Colorado can't compel her to make a wedding website for a gay couple if she's asked to do so.
So at stake in this case is whether all Americans will have the freedom to speak and to create consistent with their beliefs without fear of government punishment.
And the concern is, where does that stop?
Vance Knapp is an employment lawyer who frequently works on discrimination cases.
It's going to be a very interesting decision because on one hand, a person should have a right to practice their religion however they want, but on the other hand, should they also be free to then say that they don't have to serve somebody because of their religion, or even in some cases it could be their sex or their race.
In this case, is there a fear at all that by saying that, well, a gay couple does not have to be served, that we could take it to also a black couple does not have to be served, a Muslim couple does not have to be served, across the board for several different businesses?
That's not a concern in this case at all. Colorado has agreed that Lori serves everyone, regardless of race, regardless of sexual orientation, regardless of religion.
Even though Smith says she's happy to work with LGBTQ plus clients on a variety of projects, just not same-sex wedding websites, Knapp says if Colorado's anti-discrimination law is weakened by this case, it could give the green light for more businesses to discriminate against more people.
In that context, could an employer potentially say, because of my religious beliefs, I don't want to hire somebody that is in a same-sex relationship or that is a homosexual? Age, race, sex, national origin.
He's also concerned that such a decision could weaken similar anti-discrimination laws across the country.
Based upon the court's conservative makeup at this stage, I think it's an uphill battle for the state of Colorado to prevail in this case. That's not to say that's impossible.
As Smith awaits her day in court, she'll continue to work on her business, careful to only take on projects that satisfy these questions.
Is that message something that I'm passionate about? Am I interested in that? Is it consistent with my convictions? So I'm looking purely at the message that's being requested, never of the person requesting it.
We reached out to the Center on Colfax about how they think the case could impact the LGBTQ plus community in the long run. They sent us this statement saying in part, it was not that long ago that America had separate drinking fountains, hotels, and restaurants for white and black people. Universities had quotas and country clubs could bar Jews. Do we really want to go back to such a dark place in our history by allowing business owners to freely discriminate against LGBTQ people? This case heads to the Supreme Court on December 5th, and we could get a decision from the justices by June. I'm Jessica Crawford, Denver 7.